Hello and salut, everybody. Question of the day is there a perfect wife? Yeah, you heard me. Is there a perfect wife? Black, white, green, you know, are there perfect wives? Or is there a perfect wife? Welcome back to the channel, Chatting with Nicole. We are just chatting here. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe right now, share this video, like, and also check out the rest of the videos. Thank you very much for being here. So how are you doing today? I'm doing well. I don't know when you're going to be seeing this video, but this is the second video that I did today, right now. It is a follow-up of the two topics that I posted last week. I wanted to update you from the feedbacks that I received from my last week videos. So this is the second video. I am grateful that you are here with me. You are listening to me. I am grateful for your life. I am grateful for your support. So as I said earlier, if you have not checked out my last video from, my previous video, I want you to check that out, okay? I want you to check that out. As soon as you finish with this, go back and check that out. All right. So as I said, I am here to provide feedback. It's update video on the topics that I posted. I already did the first topic that has to do with sending money versus containers back to Africa. This video right now is due to feedback that I got from you about my topic. Are African wives worth it? I know. African wife worth it. That was the title of the video, and I received feedbacks from you, so that's why I want to give you an update. And again, it doesn't have to be the end of it, right? This is just my thought, and this is just us chatting. This is just us trying to figure out a way to make our situations better so that we can have a peaceful life. We can just have a mind, just peaceful mind, peaceful life. We can have some of this quality life, happiness in our lives, because it's too difficult. It's a lot of things going on. We are struggling too much, and life is just too short for us to continue struggling and doing this and doing that and living unhappily. It's just crazy. So let's keep the communication going. But when I put it out there, I was focusing specifically on African women. I was focusing specifically on the women that our African men go back home and marry and bring here, and then those women turn out to be a nightmare, not what they expected. So I was focusing on specifically that. So the feedback that I got feedback from people who said, well, I'm married to an African American. I'm married to a white person. Actually, somebody married to Chinese. That was surprising. But he was married to Chinese. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just surprising. I didn't know that, which is a good thing. So I'm married to this race, but I'm having the same issue. So it's not just African, marrying people from Africa. And I hear you. So I understand where you're coming from. I never said there was going to be, if you marry outside of, Africa, or your race in Africa, or from the village, in your village, you are going to have a perfect life. That's not what I said. I was only focusing on African, wives at that time. But I want to tell you that I'm going to ask you, is there a perfect wife? Do you have a perfect wife? Do you have a perfect woman? Do you? Because I'm asking this question because there's not a perfect woman out there. There's no perfect wife out there. But if you answer me and you tell me, yes, Nicole, I have a perfect wife. I have a perfect woman. I want to tell you that you are not telling me that you have a perfect woman because the woman is perfect. She has no flaws. The woman is just an angel. It's not why you're telling me that. Because everybody have flaws. Every woman have their flaws. So you're not telling me that my wife is a perfect wife because she has no flaws at all. That's not why you're telling me. I can sit here and tell you, I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I know how to make a man happy. I know how to love you and support you and give you what you want. I know how to do everything a woman knows how to do. I know how to dress. I know how to carry myself. I know how to respect people around me, respect you. I know how to give you your place. I'm talking to guys now. I know how to do all of this as a woman, especially African woman. I know where I come from. That does not mean I'm perfect. That doesn't mean I'm a perfect woman. That doesn't mean I'm a perfect wife. No, because I have flaws. I have things that, you may not like. I have things that you can't stand. I have things that you will like, you will love. Most you will love. But there will be something that you are not going to like. So there's no way I can say that I'm a perfect woman or I will be a perfect wife, a perfect woman. Because there's not a perfect woman out there. But if you tell me, when you are telling me that, Nicole, yes, I have a perfect wife, I have a perfect woman, the perfection is what you made it to be. Let me explain myself. If you're saying this woman is a perfect wife, it's a perfect woman, it's what you made her to be. It's because you accept her flaws, her perfection and imperfections. So you made it to be. You accept her flaws. You accept her perfection and imperfection. I'm saying it again. You accept her as who she is. That's why she's a perfect woman for you. That's why she's a perfect wife for you. Not because she just have no faults. So it depends of how we take whoever we are with, whoever we married, and what we are willing to put in it. The effort we are willing to put in it. What we are willing to give up and give in. What we are willing to accept is what makes that marriage, what makes that person that you love a perfect wife, a perfect woman. In your eyes, they are perfect because that's what you want them to be. That's how you accept them. And that's what you accept yourself. You know what I mean? I know you understand what I'm going from here. So no matter what the wife is, whether they are straight from the boat, we call it, you brought them from a village somewhere in India, Africa, wherever you bring them from, whether you marry them from here, they are a celebrity, you marry them, wherever you find them, black, white, green, purple, whichever woman, whatever race, however they look, that woman, you have to be willing, to accept her as she is. You have to get into the marriage. First of all, you have to get into the marriage with the right intentions, the right expectations. I had this conversation before. In my marriage, the topic was my thoughts about marriage. I said that before. It starts with what you are bringing in. It starts with your expectations in the marriage, expectation for that person, expectation for yourself. So if you come into a relationship, into a marriage because of business reason, because of a child, because of money, because the person's look, because of specifically where the person come from, because of another, reason besides from making that person happy, being part of that person's life for the rest of their lives, making them happy for the rest of their lives, accepting them for who they are, being there with them, supporting them, loving them through everything, then it's not going to work. You are going to continue seeing flaws after flaws after flaws. So it depends on how we get into this relationship. Do we really want it? Is this what we want? So there's no perfect wife anywhere. There's no perfect person, woman anywhere. It's how you make it. It's what you make it to be. It's up to you to make that person a perfect wife. It's up to you to make that person a perfect woman. And the same with the woman. It's up to her to make you her perfect husband, her perfect man. So there's no perfection. It's what you make it. So it's up to you. But I'm also going to tell you, this is one thing that I say, life is too short. If you're in a relationship where you're in something right now, it's just misery. Get out. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done. And I know a lot of people are in a relationship, in a marriage, because of business reason, because of this, because of that. They cannot leave because of the children. They cannot leave. You are stuck in it. But I'm going to tell you that if you are in this situation, then figure out what you need to do to get out of it, because life is too short for us to keep staying in misery if we can do something about it, if we have a choice. So I'm just telling you guys, if you're married, if you're in a relationship, this kind of relationship right now, communication goes a long way. Just understanding, sitting down and just talking it through. Understand what the other person is coming from. So no matter where you are, no matter who you are, no matter where your wife, your husband comes from, communication is the key. So put everything on a table. Discuss it. If you guys discuss it and just figure out, you know what, this is not going to get anywhere. If you look at everything on the table, you put everything on the table, you have a conversation, you have a communication, and you just decide, you just look at it and say, you know what, this is not going to work, then work together on an exit plan. Work on an exit plan. So what do we need to do? How do we need to do this painless for each other? How we need to exit with minimal pain, minimal suffering, minimal problems between us. Work something out. Talk about it. Get out while you still can. And I know, I get it. I kept telling you this because I get it. I know it's not easy, but it is something we have to do. We have to think about it. We have to talk about it. We have to figure, is it worth it for me to be in this misery? Or is it just better for us to find our way, to part ways and be the best of friends? Is it better for us to keep hating each other, suffering, keep staying in this misery? Or should we just part our way and become the best of friends? Or become, even if it's not going to be best friends, still be friends. So it's up to you. We have to choose. We have to decide. We have to do what is best for us. But you can't do this without prayer. So you have to continue praying, for God to help you both. There's no perfect woman out there. There's no perfect wife out there. But you can have a perfect wife. You can have a perfect woman because you made it, because this is your choice. So that's my feedback today. But it doesn't have to end today. I want to hear from you. If you have whatever feedback you have for me, if you disagree with me, I want to hear it. Let's continue. Let's continue chatting and discussing and figure out where we need to go from here. What do we need to go to get, to where we need to go? So stay safe and blessed. Good luck. I'll see you next time you see me.